What's up, everybody? I think I'm live. Start letting me know if I am live in the chat. I'm just going to actually confirm if I am live or not. Looks like I am. Yes, we got people. Aris Meher is not first. Sorry, Meher. Aiden is on. There we go. Kayla, you are not first or second or third. Sorry. Karan, what's up, brother? Salutations, Robles. So I got frustrated. I had my gimbal ready to go, and we were going to do a little mobile live today. And YouTube said no. They said, I'm not approved to be mobile. So I had to come back to the laptop. But you'll notice I'm not in my normal setup. I'll take you for a little tour in a sec. What's up, Brooke, Addie, Cole, Nathaniel, Thuranita? Yeah, I may hear no green screen today because I needed to be able to be out of the studio. So Aris wants a house tour. We won't do a house tour, but you will get to see a bit of my messy playroom basement. That happens right next to where I teach. So, yeah, that's going to happen. So what I am going to do is I am going to walk through the technicalities of getting set up for grad. So you can watch grad in style, okay? Like I am on a nice comfortable couch, okay? So this video is sort of for you guys, but I know a lot of you guys are pretty techie already. But I hope that grandmas and grandpas will be watching this, this grad from far. And if they don't know how to set it up, then maybe you can send them this link and they can learn. So hi, grandmas, hi, grandpas. Hopefully this helps you and you can get set up and ready to go for grad. Karan wants to know, why didn't I come to the houses? Everyone was there except for me. Yes, because Paxton currently, Paxton is my baby, my 10-month-old. He has a fever, a really, really high fever. So, one, I had to be home with him. And two, you know, in this day of coronavirus, if you are exposed to anyone with a fever, we're going to be on the cautious side, and I didn't want to expose all of you and your families. So I do not believe his fever has anything to do with coronavirus. I actually believe it's a pretty usual baby fever, but he's had a fever for 2 days. So sorry, guys. I really wanted to see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm using all my free time currently to edit your grad and make it legit. So as soon as that is done, I will come to the school because I have to empty out our classroom and get it ready for summer. So I'll kind of see what I'm allowed to do and see if I can give you guys a little inside scoop of when I'll be there, and we can do kind of a social distancing hi and goodbye if that works for you. Hopefully sometime next week. That is my plan. So thumbs up in the chat if that's cool for you. I want to see you guys. I want to say hi. I want to express my good luck and how appreciative I feel to have taught you this year. So check out Remind. I'll let you know when that goes down. But right now, priority one is make grad awesome. All right. So with that said, I think the lag is a lot less because I'm checking out. I'm watching myself, and it's pretty quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-second lag. Not bad. All right, so let's get to the technical component of it. So come on over. Here's the studio. This is where you guys see me teach from all the time. So you see my setup, very similar to what's in my classroom, but I've got an additional audio setup. So got my laptop, the speaker, got my screen, my other screen. I actually picked this up recently. You know that my screen in the classroom is a little bit smaller. I got this for 10 bucks. Yeah, someone was selling it for 10 bucks because the HDMIs didn't work. I brought it home, I plugged it in, worked. It was awesome. So yeah, here's my ghetto setup. I got a little light bulb, and that's actually a smart bulb that I got a couple years ago off from Walmart for 8 bucks. So I can control the dimness on my phone. Got the studio lights that you guys sometimes see me refer to. Got these off of Amazon right at the beginning. Cable management is really not good right now. Maher, you were right. I'm disappointing myself. But you can see everything is temporary. Right now, this is my table, and it is a keyboard stand. And I found some wood in my garage, and that is my desk during COVID, because I don't work at home. You see, you guys, I come and I stay in my classroom and get all my work done there, so that when I'm home with my kids. So this is a very temporary setup. My cable management is poor, but you guys know me and my love for zip ties. It's got to be clean. So had I known this was going to be this long, I probably would have spent more time. Let's talk logistics here. I don't know if you can read that or if it's backwards for you. So on Monday, you guys are used to me having my bit.lys, okay? So you are going to find the video streaming at our YouTube channel, the school YouTube channel. Okay, so not Stav YouTube, but MJPS YouTube. Okay, for any grandmas or grandpas watching, it is really important that you don't put any capitals or any spaces. So it's bit.ly/MJPS YOUTUBE. MJPS YouTube, which stands for Michael Jean Public School YouTube. You guys can read it. It's the proper way. Awesome. Okay. And so when you do that, that will take you to our YouTube page. Okay. And you're going to look for the video that says premiering now. It'll have a big red box on it. So you go bit.ly/MJPS YouTube. Okay. Now the chat will be available, okay, before 7 o'clock as you guys log on. Okay. So here's what the screen looks like. And again, I wanted a way better, more technical way to show you guys, but it is right now. So right now you see uploads and you say MJPS cares. So right above that will be premiering now, graduation 2020. Okay. When you click on that video, you will get your YouTube link. Okay. The video will be there. On the right side will be a chat. Okay. You don't have to, if you don't want to be part of the chat, then you just go full screen. Okay. Now, this is a pretty small screen to watch an epic graduation on. Now, you know, you could put it on a chair like that and sit back, but it's not the same as watching it on a big screen. All right. So what I want to do is walk you through what my recommendations are. Okay. So what you need is you need a laptop. You cannot watch GRAD on a DDSP Chromebook. Okay, did everybody hear that? And all of you that are actually watching live right now, I know you know that. Okay, but anyone else who hasn't been tuned in ever for any of my live streams, the DDSP, I have worked and I have sent countless emails and I have been told no. So our DDSP Chromebook student Chromebooks are locked into what's called restricted mode. Okay, and so if you try to use them, okay, it'll deny you and it'll say error restricted mode. Okay, I have tried so hard to get them to turn that off for the sake of GRAD, and they said there's not a chance. Okay, they said it is security from the highest of the high order. So it's not coming down even for GRAD. So you will need another device. So I'm going to talk about mobile and laptop. Okay, easiest setup right now I'm going to talk about is a laptop. Okay, to do that you need an HDMI cable. Okay, let's talk about HDMI cables. You do not need a $40, $50 YouTube HDMI cable. Okay, this is what an HDMI cable looks like on both ends. It's the same. Okay, you can go to Best Buy and you can buy this for $30, or you can go to Dollarama and buy the same functioning cable for $4. I buy the $4 Dollarama cable, okay, and it works. I had a friend who worked at Best Buy, and he said the $30 cables at Best Buy cost them $4 to make. They sell them to employees for $7. He still went to Dollarama and bought the $4 cord. Okay, so you need an HDMI cable. If you have a TV, I would tell you at this point, you probably already have an HDMI cable, and you can just unplug one that's currently there, whether it's Bell or Rogers or a DVD player, okay? And you can use that, okay? So let's go to the TV. Boom, okay? So here you can see, I need my light, studio light. That's better. Okay, so here you can see I have two HDMI slots, okay, that are already being used. For me, one goes to my Rogers box and one goes to my Apple TV. We'll talk about what that is later. You don't need to have an Apple TV to do this. All you need is an HDMI cord. And you plug it in like so, okay? The next thing you need to do is plug it into your laptop. Okay, so I just plugged it into my laptop. Okay, that's the current complicated setup. We're going to power on the TV. Okay, and what we have to do is change the input on the TV until we find the one that we plugged it into. So I'm going to look super close, and it says HDMI 2. One for my master. So this is not what I wanted. This is what my daughter wanted. So I'm going to hit input, and I'm going to change it to my HDMI 2, which I renamed Apple TV because I'm fancy. So I'm going to let it change. There it goes. Okay. So my TV is panicking right now, trying to figure out what is happening. Okay. This is not usual, and inside right now, I'm panicking a little bit, but that's okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the HDMI cable from my computer, and I'm going to just plug it right back in. So sometimes these devices just need to be unplugged and plugged back in. Okay? So at this point, it's still not working. If you're a grandma or grandpa, this would be when you call your student or your grandchild and say, "Help me out." Okay? There we go. So I'm going to right click on the desktop. Okay. And I'm going to say display settings. Okay. There's a button here that says detect. Okay. So it's telling me it doesn't detect another screen. So this is an issue. It should have detected the screen. So a possible switch is I'm going to unplug the HDMI cable and switch ends. So I'm going to plug this end over here. Now, most HDMI cables, that shouldn't affect it or shouldn't matter, but we're willing to try anything at this point. Okay. All right, so I plugged it in now, and I'm going to hit detect. And look at this. Why did that work? I cannot explain. I was actually sitting here thinking, this is not good. This is not going to make for a good video. So now anything that I see on this screen, I see on there. That is the most basic setup that I recommend for GRAD. A laptop or a desktop computer into your TV screen. Okay. Now that's called video. Okay, that is what our visual sees. The other thing to think about is audio. Okay, so this is called an HDMI cord. Maybe you have an older computer and you have a VGA cable. Okay, so not all TVs have the ability to do VGA. Okay, so you have to look into that a little bit. If it does, then awesome. Now, here's my thing is that HDMI carries audio and video. Okay, so I am going to press play on my video. You understand, we all need somebody to lead on. So you see, as I pause my. Okay. Now, for those of you that really don't know the techie world, okay, if you hit the letter F as in Frank, you hit the letter F, we will go to full screen. And that's, my friends, is the best way to watch GRAD this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so that is basic setup. MrStav, I don't have a laptop because my Chromebook my laptop doesn't work. So if you want to use your phone, it would require you purchasing a cable that would go from HDMI into whatever phone you have, or we can talk about other options. Okay, so in the chat, a bunch of you are talking about casting. Okay, and so I feel like I'm talking more to you guys now and less to the grandparents because this is a more complex setup. So I just went ahead and plugged back in my old device. So you'll see nothing is on the screen. Okay, so you can use a Chromecast. I believe, let me know in the chat, I believe a PS4. You can cast to a PS4, but I'm going to turn on my Apple TV. It's this little black box here. Okay, and it's going to come on the screen. Okay, boom. Dads, happy Father's Day to all the dads that are, or grandpas. Okay, so now I have my phone. Okay, and I need to get this live stream onto my screen. So if you have an Apple device, okay, so this is an iPhone. This is an iPhone 10. Okay, so all I'm going to do is swipe down from the top. Okay, If you have an older Apple device, so an Apple iPhone 6, I believe it's 6, they swipe up from the bottom. If you have a button at the bottom for your, like a physical button, then you would need to swipe up from the bottom. Okay, everybody else, all the newer phones, is you swipe down from the top. Okay, and you want to find this one that says screen mirroring. Okay, now you're going to see that it finds my basement Apple TV, it finds my main Apple TV, and it finds my neighbor's Apple TV. I don't want to send it to my neighbor's Apple TV, okay? But let's pretend I want to. Maybe you've never set it up before. Okay, when you click on it, it's going to search, okay? And if this is the first time you've ever done it, it's going to give you 4 numbers, okay? Now, this is my neighbor's Apple TV. And so it won't show on my TV. But right here in the middle of the TV, it would say like 3622 or 4811, like just random numbers. Okay. And you would have to type that into your phone. Okay. Once you've done that, you don't have to do it again. Okay. It's to stop people from logging into their neighbors' Apple TVs. So you'll notice that mine was not capable of connecting. Okay, now I have done this before, so mine will appear easier. I'm just going to hit basement, and you notice my TV in the background went black. And look at that. That is exactly what you see on my phone. So you see the chat as I scroll. That's what you see on the screen. So this is a nice wireless, easy, convenient way. Okay. So here you see a live box on there. Okay, so it's getting ready for grad. That's the current video. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I'm going to go full screen. And there it is. Okay. That's how simple an Apple TV is. A Chromecast is very similar. Okay. If you look on my phone, you see that red icon? Okay. Notice how it's red and everything else is white. That's because I'm currently casting. Okay. If you have a Chromecast or another casting device, you can click on that and select that casting device, and it will throw up your video up there. Okay. So I'm just going to read the chat for a sec, make sure I'm not missing out on things. Oh, thank you, Aiden. Thank you for my Father's Day greeting. That's very nice of you. Ara says that PS4 comes with a Chromecast. So if you have a PS4, you can give that a try. You can use a smart TV. Oh, thank you, Karan. Yes. Okay. I bought the cheapest TV at Best Buy, the Insignia. Okay. But if you have a smart TV, okay, this is a dumb TV. No, I'm just kidding. If you have a smart TV, some TVs have that cast option, that red button, built right into it. So if you've never tried that, give that a shot. Okay. Justin is asking, are we going to say stuff in the chat? Yeah, I believe that the chat will be active. And so what I would probably say is if you have a second device, maybe use one device for casting and another one to take part in the chat, because, yeah, that would kind of be awkward having it on the screen. Okay. As you can see right now, the chat is popping up here. And so it will show up on the screen. You can disable that, but I can get into that right now because kind of a one-man camera crew and host right now. So it's a little tricky. I'm going to go back to the chat just to see. Now, in terms of the actual grad, the YouTube stream, put on your big screen. Okay, you students use your Chromebooks. Okay, and have it on a table on the side or somewhere. to be a part of our Google Meet Hangout, our live watch party. Okay? You do not have to be a part of it. You don't have to be on screen, but we would love to experience GRAD with you. Okay, whether that be your ceiling or whether we get to see the whole couch of you and your family. Okay, we really don't know what this is going to look like. We've never done this before, right? You guys are the first and probably the last to ever do something this cool. That's my suggestion, is we go from a device. So a phone, a tablet, okay, so an iPad or whatever Google device you have, okay, and you can throw that on there. Some of you do have some of the newer Google Homes with the screens. They also can pull up these live videos and you can stream them to your TV. Okay, Karan is saying that smart TVs have a YouTube app built right into them. So that was awesome. Thank you for bringing me to that point. All right. If you have a smart TV or an Apple TV, all right, so this little tiny box, okay. If you have an Apple TV, or a smart TV, there we go. There is a YouTube app built right into it. There it goes. Okay, if you go into that YouTube app, okay, TVs will look different from company to company, but basically what you want to do is find the search, and then you just type in Michael Jean Public School, and we will come up and select that, and you can just watch it right off of your TV live. Okay, so that is another option. What I'm trying to do is just give as many options as possible, because I want you guys to enjoy your grad in a more epic way than just your whole family sitting at a kitchen table, sitting around your phone. Okay, we want you to enjoy grad however you can. We don't want to cause more costs to you. So things I'm telling you, if you need an HDMI cord, okay, ask a neighbor. You can get one for free. Dollarama, $4. Okay, it's all you need. It's just going to be 5 feet long. It's going to be a short cable. Okay, this Apple TV, you'll notice for my techie friends, this is an older one. The newer ones come with a black remote. Ooh, fancy. Okay, I got this on Facebook Marketplace for $20. Okay, this Apple TV system. Okay, if you need new, I can't help you there. New is expensive. Okay, but if you go onto Facebook Marketplace, you can get these kind of items for $20. Some people sell them for $30. Okay, some people try to sell them for $80 or $90, and I don't have time for that. So I always get the cheap and the free where I can, right? Or even if you just post in your social media and say, does anybody have an Apple TV that I could borrow for one night? Okay, Nathaniel says my remote is so fancy. It looks fancy, doesn't it? Sleek. Okay. So you guys have any questions in the chat? I'm just gonna read through the chat. So a couple of questions that have come up along the way is, how long will grad be? So I have currently pretty much wrapped up most of my editing, and it sits at about 55 minutes, okay, with everything involved. Okay, so it's a 55 minutes, but I am waiting for one more piece, which is Mr. McKinnon's putting together the slideshow. He's doing an awesome job. Him and Miss Como are putting in tons of time on that. So I expect the slideshow will be no less than 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, so our grad slideshow will probably run around an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, if you want to play it safe, then schedule and expect to be maybe an hour and a half. Mayor says an hour and 10 or a 10-minute slideshow. Yes, I try to cap my slideshows at 5 minutes. Okay, but he has a ton of footage. You guys sent in a lot of pictures. He reached out to your 4 more teachers, and they send in photos. I submitted like 94 photos myself. So obviously some will get cut and some will be put in there. But yeah, I participated in a virtual grad last night for Lakeside Public School. Theirs was awesome. They had the chat going. Everything was flawless. It was very simple. Ours is going to be next level, though. Trust me. Just trust me. Okay. So bit.ly/MJPS YouTube. And anybody in the chat, can you remind me what the URL for our Google Meet is? I made it, so I can pull it up. But bonus marks to anybody who can tell me. Jade, why would you feel bad? I'm just looking it up right now. Okay, so I'll type it in right here. So first link you need is the grad link. Send that one to your grandparents, your uncles, aunties, whoever. And then this one is just for the grads, bit.ly/MJPS grad party. This will be the Google Meet. It'll be active before grad, during grad, and after grad. You don't have to stay the whole time. You can come for parts, leave, come back, whatever you want. Oh, DeAndre says they're going to expose. Tons of exposing. This is true. So, yeah, any other questions? Let me know in the chat if you have any other tech questions. So what I covered was how to hook up via an HDMI cable, how to hook up via a casting device. So my example was a YouTube, or was I have a Chromecast somewhere. I don't know where it is. My example was an Apple TV, okay? But we also follow the same instructions for a smart TV, okay? And if you don't want to stream, you can just use a smart TV or an Apple TV's internal apps for YouTube, okay? So the ceremony will be live at 6:30 p.m., okay? However, keep in mind that it'll remain up, okay? Please attend live. We want you there live. We want to experience this together. But what we will do is it'll stay up, and you can share that link with your family members and friends if they miss it. And if you are a part of an award, or there was a segment in the grad that was really meaningful to you, and you're like, Mr. Stav, I would like to keep this forever and ever, okay? I am willing to clip that part of the video, okay, and then post that for you so that you can send just that portion, right? So let's say you win an award and you wanted just that portion. I can clip that, and that you can send that. You can share it on your social media. Your parents can share it on social media. Just reading the chat. Meher says 3.1 thousand views. Should have put ads on it for revenue. No, honestly, 3,000 views does not give you probably, what, 20 cents of revenue? Wouldn't be much. Jade wants to know what all the awards are for grad. So those awards that you applied for, so citizenship, academics, arts, and athletics, those will be featured during when your names are being read for diplomas. Okay. Other awards, we have like the Francophone Award. We have the Rob Dement Athletic Award, which is a new award this year. Rob Dement just retired. And this guy's a legend in DIA for coaching and for teaching. So they've named an award after him. So it's the first year it's being handed out. What other? We have a DBEN Award for the Durham Black Educators Network is being handed out. So the Francophone, which is in the honor of Michaëlle Jean herself. Valedictorian Award. What else? RS wants to know, when do we get our report cards? You will not be getting paper report cards, okay, because of COVID and the transmission possibilities through that. If you need or really want a paper copy, then you would have to come request in September for a paper copy. Otherwise, the board is distributing them maybe the end of this week, okay, digitally. Okay, so check that out. Rihanna is asking honor roll. I believe honor roll kind of fits into the academic award, and so honor roll is getting above 80, and so that would be getting the academic award. So that would be a question for Ms. Buchanan specifically, but honor roll essentially is the same as saying academic award. Justin in the chat is saying probably he thinks June 24th, which I think sounds right. You actually guys get more, sometimes you get more clearer emails than we do. Jade is asking, does the Rob Dement Athletic Award, does it go to a girl, a boy, or just one person? It goes to one athlete, and it is all done through DIA. Okay, so obviously a number of you qualify and what we call are nominated, and so we discussed a number of names. So it'd be one individual. What other awards? Yeah, it's going to be cool. We're going to be. What we tried to do was have fun, but we also tried to honor the formality of a graduation. Okay, so I'm going to dress up. I'm going to get my shirt and my suit jacket on, and maybe I might do my hair. All right, but you guys know my cheapness. I'll cut it myself. I can't afford that. Shave up a little nice. Okay. Jose wants to know, is that award delivered in your packages? I don't know if they delivered them today because I wasn't able to make it because of Paxo being sick. So if you want an award and you got it today, shh, don't tell anybody. But I hope that they didn't deliver them, and I hope that we'll deliver them separately after grad. Okay. Jade is asking, is it every year since grade 4 or just this year? What do you mean, Jade? If you're asking about the academic award, it would be this year. So your term 1 grades, if you had an average of 80%, then that would be academics. And that would be in math, science, French, history, geography. That's the academic award. If you got an 80% or higher for the arts award, I believe that is in drama, dance, and a number of clubs. It's all outlined in the actual. Madame Wakawa is the one explaining all of that. RS wants to know, is it premiere or live? It is definitely a premiere. So we recorded it last week. We were there. We spent a lot of time there. I brought the studio lights, set it all up. We recorded it all, and I've been in my house. I've been working the screens. editing the content together, so it is more professional. When you do live, it looks ghetto like this, and errors can happen and technical issues occur. So we want it to be legit. We want it to be professional. So we hope that you'll be like, wow, this is like better than something I'd see on TV. That's our hope. Okay. So all of you teachers are dressed up. Okay. We're all looking spiffy. All right. So we encourage you to, dress up and make it formal, make fun out of it. I said this the other day, create, make food with your family, make this an event. Okay. Sit around together, around that TV. All right. Sit around the couch and enjoy some snacks, some treats, just like people do for the Super Bowl party. Make this a big deal. We've been doing sports since grade 4, and you said Dia told you, guys. So the Rob Dement Award is designed for a grade 8 graduate who has demonstrated as an athlete. So obviously that could factor in all your athletic endeavors from grade 4. Yeah. So especially this year, we wouldn't only base it off of just this year, right? Because, like, for example, let's say basketball and track were your thing. Basketball got canceled, track never happened, right? So we're not going to rule people out because of that. I think all that went on this year was volleyball, I believe. So yeah, we will open it for everybody beyond just the volleyball players. This is good. Any more questions? Keep them coming. We would love to see how you celebrate grad. You know what I mean? We don't need like personal pictures or anything, but like if your family is all sitting around the TV, ask somebody to step back and take a picture and then send it to us, whether it be via Remind or post it in the Google Classroom. And we would just love to like spat it out and be like, look how we're celebrating grade 8 grad. So if you're willing to do that, we would love that. Just give us a little inside scoop of what grad looks like for you. I've seen people on my social media who've gone to their school dressed up in their grad attire, and they've taken pictures at their school, not in the school, but outside of the school. And there's nothing that says you cannot do that. Okay. Because you're not going in the school, it's just a public building. So you're totally welcome. And if it was Everly, I totally would do that. I would take her, we would dress her up in her grad stuff. We'd go to the school, we'd take pictures outside of the school. We'd take pictures outside of my house, all that, just make it fun. So yeah. Aiden says, a random question, MrStav, do you prefer membrane or mechanical keyboards? Well, I prefer the cheapest keyboards that I can get. I am rocking an Apple wireless keyboard that I bought when I was in, I think, high school or university, when I had a job and didn't have to pay for kids. And then you guys know this keyboard from my classroom. I got that for $10. That's what I prefer. I actually have learned to like the trackpad, Aiden. Because when you do video editing, there's a lot of zooming in and zooming out. It's a lot of pinching. So I've moved over from the mouse to the trackpad. So Mary says that's not cheap. No. When I was in university and I lived at my parents' house, I bought nice stuff like this, like the speakers that I have in the classroom. Those are expensive, but I bought them when I was not owning my own house. So, any other questions about grad? MrStav, can I just watch grad on my phone? Of course you can. You can watch it just on your phone. You can watch it just on your iPad. You don't have to cast it to a big screen. You can do whatever you want. Okay. And in fact, I encourage you, whatever works for your family. Okay, I hope that you'll watch it with your family. Okay, we do not want your family in one room and you to go to another room because I have to be part of the hangout or the party, the live watch party. No, 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 no. We would prefer for you to be watching it and experiencing this this commemorative moment in your life with your family in the room. Okay, so don't isolate yourself because of that. Okay, I imagine the live watch party will be pretty dead during the actual event, but we do have some parts in the ceremony that we'll try to get the chat going. Excuse me. Okie dokie. So there you have it. My 100% recommendation is practice what you want to what your setup is going to be. Practice your video and practice your audio. Okay. For some of you, you'll notice you can come out HDMI, but if you have better speakers, you can still bypass your HDMI audio, and you can hate that. It's not good for speakers. You can still listen into some really good speakers. Okay, but you need to practice for your video and your audio. Okay, so you can replay any of my lessons. I'm sure you would love to learn some linear relations. Watch that again. Okay. Jade wants to know, is anyone having a grad party or is that like not happening? I can't tell you what you can or cannot do. I can tell you what we cannot do. We as teachers, as a school, we can't offer a party. Okay. I'll tell you that Whitby Shores Public School, their parents, their community, they organized a community parade. And so the Whitby Shores Public School did that. Seneca Trail, actually, I think they contacted the Oshawa mayor and a couple of the parents are police officers, and they were able to shut down a couple streets and they did their own parade. But the schools had to be completely separate of that because as employees, we're not allowed to step across that line. So why do I tell you that? I tell you what you guys are allowed to do is a lot more than what we are allowed to do. So if you as a community are able to pull stuff off, that would be sick. That would be awesome. And I would love photos of that. Send us pictures of anything cool that your family does, or if you guys collaborate and come together and do some cool stuff. Okay. I just ask you to remind you that to remember COVID, and to whatever you do, make sure it's socially distanced so that nobody actually gets sick from our grade 8 graduation. Coolio. I really enjoyed teaching you guys. It really sucks the way we had to end the year because you guys were such a fun group. I was looking forward to the stuff that we were saving at the end of the year. Thank you to you guys. I don't know what other chances I have to talk to you or to address you, but thank you for being so fun. You guys were hilarious in the classroom. You guys, some of you would rap with me, and I appreciated that. You guys played the games. You guys were great sports. Didn't play a lot in phys ed, but we can talk about that later. But I really enjoyed you guys. You guys were such a fun group. And one thing I said to Miss Douglas is you're very appreciative. I want to say thank you to you guys, but also your parents. The texts that I'm getting, like, oh, warms my heart. I hope you guys understood that, like, I am a math teacher, but to me, what was more important than you learning Pythagorean's theorem is you learning how to be a man or how to be a woman and to be a gentleman and to be a woman of character, a woman of integrity. And so that was more important to me, that you guys grew and that you developed. It was more important to me that you learned that you can do math, or that you can do well in science. It was more important to me than any of the science concepts that I taught you this year. Okay, so I hope that as you go to high school, your memory of me is that you can, and that you need to apply yourself, and that's it. You guys are smart enough, you're strong enough, you have the resources, you have the support around you, from whether it be your friends or your family members. You guys have what it takes to be successful. You guys, all of you have what it takes to graduate high school. I hope that you know that it doesn't matter to me if you go to college or university. I want you to go and do what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you successful. And successful does not mean rich. Successful means that you go to work every day, you love what you do, and that you love, if a family is what it's going to be important to you, that you have a family and that you can be home for them, you can support them. That's what matters to me. Okay. Ultimately, if you go to high school and you forget algebra, but you are a better person, I feel good about that, because we can remember algebra. Okay. But don't forget the raps. Those are important. So Ara says he is crying. I don't know who he is, but I'm sure it's Mr. McKinnon. He's literally cried throughout this whole process. He cares about you guys so much. And I hope you guys know how much you are loved, not just by Mr. McKinnon, myself, Miss Buchanan, Miss Waikawa, Miss Boyce, Miss Farquhar, Miss Vigil Ratnam. You guys are so cared for. Miss Douglas, I've never seen a principal respond like she responds to you guys. Every time we asked her for something to try and make grad better, she always said to me, whatever you need to make grad amazing. That was her response. She said, these students deserve a great grad. And so I hope you guys know that not all schools are as amazing as Michael Jean. Some of you might not have had great experiences, and some of you would have had amazing experiences. But I'll tell you that this school is amazing, and that you guys are so lucky. And even despite a terrible year, I think you guys had an awesome year. I think you guys will truly look back at your grade 8 year and be like, it was pretty cool. So I'm honored that I had a little chance to be a part of it. And I look forward to seeing you guys. As I said earlier, I plan to go next week, and I plan to pack up my classroom, and I'll let a little leak slip of when I might be there, so that I have a chance to say hi to you guys and look back. Ours in the chat says that Mr. McKinnon shed a tear when he came to his house. Doesn't surprise me at all. That does not surprise me at all. Mr. McKinnon is the man. He is awesome. He is working very hard. He has done so much for your grad. So yeah. If you haven't received your items, it's not because we don't like you. No, I'm just kidding. They just basically, I think they're doing it by class. So it looks like Mr. Stav's class homeroom went today. Okay, I believe they're out there right now. Actually, they're probably knocking on someone's door at this very moment. So stand by. I think Ms. Vijayanaratnam's class is getting done tomorrow. I think it's Stav today, half of Mr. McKinnon's today, half of Mr. McKinnon's tomorrow, and Ms. Vijayanaratnam tomorrow. Okay, so if they haven't come yet, it's not because they don't love you. It's just that's just the way the schedule works out. Meher says they pulled up to my house at 11:30. DeAndre says you'll know when they're at your house when you hear music and cars. Way too early? Karan, 11:30. Wake up, son. Rihanna says she's been up since 10 a.m. Oh, Rihanna, it's coming. It's coming, Rihanna. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say bye to you guys because it's been an hour. And so I'll let you guys go. But I hope this is helpful. Ara says that Meher, Karan, and him are neighbors. Oh, yeah. That's sweet. Rihanna, you can stay awake for a little bit longer. Let me cold call Mr. McKinnon. Let's see. FaceTime. Yo! Hold on. What's up, people? I'm on my live stream right now.
Oh!
Mr. McKinnon, Rihanna wants to know when you're coming to her house. She wants.
We're starting. So we had to take a break to eat because we're hungry, but we're starting the second group.
Oh.
Rihanna, we're starting the second group in 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
You got a little to go, Rihanna. You're 12 on our list.
Rihanna, go take a nap. The chat is saying hi. Everybody is spamming the chat. They're saying hi.
Chat.
Woo!
Tell them that we hope that they're ready to get embarrassed because we're not quiet about this.
You're not quiet? That's
No.
shocking.
Is Marcus in your group chat there?
Marcus, are you here? Marcus, normally Marcus is here scooping up extra marks, but I haven't seen him.
Well, if Marcus arrives, let him know. We're on our way to his house in about 2 seconds.
Oh, snap, Marcus, here they come. Mayor says he can hear you.
Is anybody in the group chat that we've been to already?
Oh, yeah, they said that you were loud.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Karan said 11:30 was way too early.
Too early. He was
He
dressed.
looked ready for the day. He was one of the most ready kids.
His mom wasn't, but he was ready.
Is that Madame Achampong and Miss Buchanan?
Yeah, Miss B and Miss A.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh my gosh, we have Miss A, Miss B, Miss C. What?
And Mr. McKinnon.
Wah, wah. Yeah.
Mayor says you woke up the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. we did.
Yes.
His literal words were, "Why so loud?"
Hey, did he have his hair done?
Yeah, his hair was on point.
Hey, my man.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, when you get to Marcus's house, FaceTime me so I can also honk my horn.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
See you, grades.
Bye, Kaden.
Bye-bye. Peace out. That, my friends, is a cold call. Karan, when your neighbors came outside, you better look at them and you say, "This is my teacher. These are my teachers." DeAndre says, "Don't get your hopes up, Rihanna." No, Rihanna, get your hopes up because they are coming, but you're 12th on the list. So they're going to Marcus first. Jose is telling me to end the live stream. Jose is in charge. So she decided we'd have math on Monday, and so she says it's over. So it's over. You guys are amazing. I love you. Remember, be awesome today, every day, no matter where you are, no matter what high school you go to. Be awesome. Peace out. I will see you hopefully next week. Stand by for the leak. Okay? Later, guys. One more time. There's the links. Oh, Aiden. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, bud. Fun and engaging, but hopefully also informative. Bye, Jade. Bye, Janae. Bye, DeAndre. Bye, Jose. Oh, you were saying goodbye to Mr. McKinnon. Okay, fair enough, Jose. Later, Aiden. Goodbye, Aris. Bye, Justin. Karan. B-Rook. Garishan. Addison. Rihanna. Peace out, you guys. Please do me a favor and do GRAD huge. Do it awesome. Bye, Kayla E. Later, Meher. Oh, is this our last live? Thanks for being chill. Chill, you could call it. Natalia. Later, Natalia. Natalia! You'd never come on my live stream. This is a huge moment. I'm just going to soak this in. And somebody, wherever you are, if you see Kayana, please embarrass her so that you can get the face and say that was for Mr. Stav. Yeah. RS, I am crying on the inside. I'm going to miss you guys. You guys are a fun group. Oh, you guys are awesome. Guys, peace out. Signing off.